I made $20,000 profit in 1 month selling used books with 0 employees. And this was in 2019, and this is when my business really started to take off. I was taking used books seriously, I was taking networking seriously, and kept working hard, kept reading books on building systems. And when you do these things, guys, good things happen. Like if you work hard, read books about how to build businesses, and continue to work hard, you're gonna work hard in the direction that builds good businesses. And I was flipping used books, which doesn't really sound like that sexy of a business, but I was also reading Michael Gerber, the book, The E-Myth, and I was looking for ways to build systems and delegate everything in my business and really build a real business that could operate in my absence. As a used bookseller, cherry picking books from thrift stores, this was my intention. So welcome to episode 2 of the Good, Bad, and Ugly Amazon Selling Series. It's my intention to educate you in these series. Perhaps first and foremost, educate you guys and show you guys how to sell on Amazon, which you're gonna learn that really, which is through number 2, which is storytelling and me kind of giving you a glimpse of what it means to be an Amazon reseller, like a true glimpse to my best ability, show you guys really what this whole progression was from me flipping my textbooks in college to now, hopefully we'll do 500,000 profit this year, at least, maybe more, maybe less, but definitely not less than like 350,000. Like that's almost secured in the bag already. So it sounds crazy for me to say it. I've always liked to be objective with numbers because people will share their sales numbers on here, but it's not necessarily true, in terms of what are they taking home? What's the true end of year profit? So this is gonna be our biggest profit year, and I'm excited for that. And now I'm taking the opportunity to go back from the beginning and share with you guys anyway. So in 2019, I'd say the key things that really allowed me to scale my business to this point was at the beginning of the year, it was just grind. I was part of this group, I think Jason was his name on Facebook, and all these guys were like in their 40s. And every week we met and gave our reselling goal. And I never really had looked at how many books am I gonna list a month. I never really set that goal, partly because I knew it was gonna be a ton of work. Like once I had a number, I knew it was gonna be a lot to actually hit it. And so I set a number of 1,000 books per month. And it was hard, really hard to get. And but I did it, and eventually I got more than that. But that really and once I did that, I was like, holy shit, I have to pay for these books. Now I'm paying $3,000 to $4,000, which was like a lot of money for me back then. I was like, how am I even gonna pay for all these books? I don't even have that much money. But quickly, when you send that many books, as long as they're good, as long as the average sales price is good, as long as the sell-through rate is good for the books you're sending in, you're gonna do all right. And I did. And I got to the point where I was doing about 20,000 in sales, strictly from cherry picking. And that was with a couple liquidations mixed in. So I flew out to Vegas to go to another booksellers event. I was paying to go to every damn event I could because I got so much value out of the first one I went to in 2018, Turn the Page in California, Los Angeles. I got so much value out of that, sitting between a girl from MIT and Caleb Roth, that I was like, okay, this thing is real. Let me continue doing what's working, which was networking, grinding hard. And so I paid to go to this, it was called Turn the Page Vegas. And when I got there was one guy in the room, Steve Rake and Rake and Profit. And I heard he made $100,000 profit in 1 month. And I didn't care really how he made the money. Obviously I wanted to know how he made the money. It was just the fact that he did 100,000 take home profit in 1 month. And it was via affiliate marketing. On his YouTube channel, he sold a wholesale course and probably did $200-300K in sales for the course, and they paid him $100,000 commission, which blew my fucking mind because I was posting on YouTube. I hadn't even reached 1,000 in subs yet. And I remember at the event, we did an open Q&A, and I cornered him, and I was like, hey, asking him all these questions about social media, how'd you grow your following, blah, blah, blah. And eventually he became one of my best friends, and we made a course together, and we did make a lot of money together. But it was so powerful for me to meet somebody who had done, almost, he made as much money as my parents make in a whole year, and he made that in 1 month. And that just fucking shifted my mindset. And it really, my thrifting got up to 20K a month, but that's when I knew, I was like, there's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way for me to get this thing to the point where it's making me $100K a month. And that's been my intention, you know? And I started this business called restrictedinventory.com. And this kind of happened back to Andrew Gong, the guy I went up to Portland, Maine with and drove all the way down to Washington, D.C. And we thrifted the whole way. We made $14,000 profit in a 2-week period. So it was me and him. And I remember I would take all the textbooks at the thrift stores, and he was like, why are you selling the textbooks? Like, you're not allowed to sell those on Amazon. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you can't sell textbooks on Amazon. He was restricted in textbooks. My account wasn't. I found out I had a grandfathered in account, and the whole rest of the community that was following me on social media couldn't sell textbooks. So immediately I opened up my phone, started telling people like via Instagram, via Facebook groups, hey, I'll sell your textbooks for you. Send me a $100 textbook and I'll sell it for you and split the profits. Let's say it's $80 Amazon payout. I give you $40 and I'll keep $40 for myself. And I built this business. It's still alive today, restrictedinventory.com. I sold the business. I'm no longer affiliated with it, but that was my gateway to my first $20,000 profit month. Take home for me, $20,000 profit. In August of 2019, we did like 80,000 gross sales, and that it blew my mind that I was able to pump out that much sales volume at a very high profit margin. And I'd say that's really like when I just knew there was like no going back after that. And I ran that business for a few years and continued to look for other opportunities. And you know, as the year went on, I was on pace to hit 100,000 in sales in 1 month. That's not 100,000 in profit like Steve Rakin did. This was 100,000 in Amazon sales. And my account got shut down. So this was in October of 2019. Mid-October 2019. Account gets shut down. And this is a big, big lesson if you're an Amazon seller, and it's become more relevant in 2024 and 2025 than ever before, and that is brands are out to get you. If you're a reseller, brands want their piece of the pie, Amazon wants their piece of the pie, and you want yours. And so it's a fucking war, okay? And this is lesson number 1. We're gonna get more into online arbitrage and wholesale in future episodes of the series. But this was a big, big, big lesson for me that, hey, there's people out there with, I'm not even gonna say bad intentions, but they wanna crush you. You know, and these brands want to crush you. They want you off of their listings. And the brand I'm speaking of is, they represent Pearson Cengage, McGraw-Hill, OZ Law out in Maryland. I think it's Maryland, Rockville. And they're not the only ones. Like almost every brand on Amazon has some level of this, which is they are trying to get their nut. They are trying to protect their products. And it's true that there's a lot of counterfeits that are sold on Amazon. And so what this brand found out is if we test buy from Amazon booksellers, we can say their books are counterfeit and their account will get suspended and they are going to get restricted in our brand of books. And so what do? They test buy from you and they find a book that they're either sure is counterfeit or they're not sure if it's not counterfeit, which is a little bit different. But either way, they're like, okay, like we're gonna say this is counterfeit and it's a used book, so the seller's not gonna have anything to do. What are you gonna do on a used counterfeit? You're gonna show Amazon a Goodwill receipt. They're not gonna trust that is an authentic book. And so this is back in 2019. A lot of people didn't experience account shutdowns yet. It wasn't super common. It wasn't completely unheard of, but as we get deeper in the series, you'll see in 2024, things kind of went crazy with account shutdowns for everybody. And so I'm kind of pioneering this account shutdown space. I had a few friends that dealt with it at the time. And I don't think my account's like gone forever, but I'm really worried that I'm not gonna be able to sell textbooks anymore. And that was like the heart of my business. And so fast forward 6 weeks, I uploaded several plans of actions, gave them what they needed. I kept calling the Amazon support health team, which then escalates it to the Amazon performance team. It's still like this today. And eventually said the right words, said I'm gonna do this and that. And then didn't need to settle with the brand or anything. I just simply uploaded a plan of action that was good, and then my account came back, but it could not sell textbooks anymore. So we'll get into what I did in 2020 in a second to keep this business alive and potentially jeopardize a lot of my future as well. But I pumped out multiple 6 figures with the same business model in the future just because I was restricted on one account, I didn't give up. But that was really the start of, I guess, number one, making a lot of money on Amazon, and number two, dealing with Amazon's bullshit, which is the ugly side of Amazon that we're kind of capturing in this whole series. And so account came back, couldn't sell, but probably built a lot of bad blood with the whole community because I was promising, hey, I'm gonna sell your textbooks for you, and then all of a sudden my account was shut down and I had all their books coming back. And at the time I hired a lister. I went to her house, and it was a several month period before I got the whole community's books relisted again and sold them. But people were mad at me for a while. They were not very nice about it. And but you know, people are gonna hate you on the internet, and you survive. That's one thing I've learned over the years. So in the next episode of the Good, Bad, and Ugly Amazon Selling Series, we're gonna jump into 2020, which became my most profitable year up until 2020. Every year's been better. Not every year. We're gonna get into the ugly years too, where I filed zero in taxes in the future. But 2020 was a damn good year, and a lot of lessons to be learned there. And yeah, catch you guys in the next episode of the Good, Bad, and Ugly series. And one more thing, if you guys want to support the channel and also know your numbers in your Amazon business, consider downloading the GoToLister app. We have a mobile app here that shows you your key metrics you need to know, including what's your profit for the day after buy cost, what's your average sales price. You want to keep that as high as possible as an Amazon bookseller, and probably just an Amazon seller in general. But this is for my wholesale business. You can see $45 ASP, not bad. The higher your average sales price, the less Amazon takes percentage-wise, because if you have like a $10 average sales price, they're taking like $7, $8 in fees for a book. It also shows you your available sales value at Amazon and what your total profit is. Basically everything you need to know with the glimpse of your phone. And pretty soon here, we're gonna have mobile listings. So you're able to take your phone and just scan products and list them and create shipments via mobile. So if you guys wanna support the channel, this is kind of my focus with social media, not only to like just provide value to you guys and grow my personal brand, obviously. I would do this without GoToLister, but GoToLister does pay my bills, and it is a big focus of me and the team over at GoToLister. So download that in the App Store, iOS, Android, and go to GoToLister.com to get a free trial. Much love, peace out. Real quick, if you guys want to support the channel and make FBA shipments faster, which is essential if you're selling on Amazon, consider using GoToLister, the fastest listing software on the planet. We help you create shipments to Amazon FBA without ever visiting Seller Central. We help you get shipments out the door seamlessly. And here's a preview of the inside. You can list used items, new items. I use this for my wholesale business. And we have booksellers use us. We have OA people, retail arbitrage people. And one of my favorite parts is we have a profit and loss down exactly what your sales are each day, but more importantly, what your profit is. So you can see we did a 18,000 sales day here with 5,100 true profit. And we also have inventory. Inventory reports show you how much available sales value you have at Amazon, what your turn rate is, what percent of inventory you sell on a daily basis, and what your available profit is if everything sells after Amazon fees and your buy cost. You can also quickly see on a per ASIN basis what your sales velocity is, so you can restock your fastest moving items. We have hidden mode if you're an influencer and you don't want to show your items to the world, or even if you're at a party or something and you want to show another Amazon seller your sales, you don't have to show them your products. And this is all available via mobile too. We have mobile listing coming out very soon, so you can operate your Amazon business from your phone. Go to GoToLister.com, get a free trial if you guys want to check it out. Much love. Thanks for supporting the channel.